Hello, tiny friends. Welcome back to Tiny Keyhole Minis. I'm Jolene, and today I've got a really special video to share with you all. I have been gifted a very large haul, and it's going to take a few videos to get through all of these lovely treasures. So I'm going to call this haul Charlotte's Web. So this is going to be part one of the Charlotte's Web haul. I have been gifted this haul from a very special tiny friend that I recently met who lives close to me. She has been doing this for years and years. She has been creating miniatures and collecting. I had the pleasure of spending the entire day with her, and there are hopefully many more to come. But this is just a glimpse of her collection and all of her work. And this is just part one. So just imagine, there is just so much more. I am so grateful and thankful to have met such a beautiful soul, and especially because she was generous enough to share all of these years with me. And I'm super excited to share it all with you and to pass some of these on to some of you as well. So, because there is so much to see, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you is just this container of eggs. This is just a variety of eggs. I was really just trying to pick out all the tiny ones. There's still a couple larger ones in here because it's just so hard to pick through them all. And it was a jar of eggs. Some of these are Easter egg colors, but it was a jar of eggs, and I just took a couple handfuls, and then I just decided, you know what, I'll just pick through them, later on. So I kind of separated them. You see, some are flat, some are poached, and they're all different sizes. So here's a tiny poached egg that would be a 12 scale. So I'm going to pull this egg out right here. That's a tiny little egg. These are deviled eggs. They're a little bit, they can be deviled eggs. They're just half hard-boiled eggs. They're a little bit big. I'm not sure I'll be able to use them. But these sizes I'll be able to use. I also must have pulled out these two little waffles. They're so stinking cute. And then some sausages or hot dogs, whatever you would like them to be. I'm starting off with a box that I picked out, and then in the next two videos I will show you what she picked out and already had put aside for me. So I'm going to begin with the foods that were handmade, and I have several bags here. I'm going to pull out these. These are like I just love these. They're like my favorite. Some were handmade by my lovely tiny friend, and some were handmade by others or things that she may have purchased. But nonetheless, everything you see here is handmade, all of the food items. So we have some amazing pies, and these were made in these little tin pieces, little pie pans, bottle caps, or whatnot. This is a upside down pineapple cake. I just love it. This was handmade by my tiny friend as well. And then you got different pies. This one is one of my favorites. It's a pecan pie. I absolutely love it. A pecan pie. We got a pumpkin pie that has different cutouts on it. And then this little bag of pies. We got one right here, which needs to be re-glued on that. A lemon meringue pie. a cherry pie with cutout hearts. I absolutely love it. Another cherry pie. And then 2 cream pies. So stinking cute. I feel so overwhelmed with emotions right now because all of this stuff is amazing, and I feel blessed to have been given this. She's a lovely, lovely woman that I feel I feel like there was a reason the universe connected us together because it was so random. And now we will forever be tiny friends and have the same love for the same craft. So these are the little pies. I just love them. I just love them. Look at this upside down pineapple cake. And oh gosh, the pecan pie. You can actually see the pecans on it. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to put some of these into place. I think I'll be sharing some of these as well. I love them so much. I can't thank you enough, my special friend. Next, I'm going to get into these grapes that, holy moly, so stinking cute. Look at these grapes. I'll put them down. Now, I have watched little Gretchen make her grapes, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so tedious. You got to roll these tiny little balls. Some of these grapes have little coiled fines on them and leaves on them, and I tried to pick out a little variety. This one looks so realistic with the little stem. I just thought that showing these would help create some more inspiration if you're trying to make polymer clay food. I haven't been able to really sit down and make a lot of polymer clay food. When I get into it, I'm super excited to try to make polymer clay food once I'm able to. And when I'm watching little Gretchen's workshop, I'm just so inspired by all of her foods. And so the food items that I'm showing totally reminds me of little Gretchen's workshop. But these little grapes are so amazing. These little grapes are so amazing. I'm just speechless. Now, I do want to say that the collection that I'm showing you is just a fraction of the collection that my tiny friend has. It's just a fraction. She has been collecting for years, and she has been making for years. And a lot of the things that I am going to show you, she has purchased from China in bulk when it was good quality stuff and very cheap to purchase, which I don't think is available to us these days. So I'm very blessed and thankful. Now, this is a batch of vegetables that I have picked out, so they're all mixed up together because I do plan on creating a garden for Miss Margot. So the onions, I want to start with the onions. Oh my gosh. These onions, they look like they have the paper on them. And they're red onions, yellow onions, so that you can actually see the detail on these onions. So I'm hoping that if I just hold it, you can see the different lines in the paper. One of them where the paper has split on an onion, and then they have like little hairs from roots. Oh, God. We also have a bunch of pickles. Miss Margot does have a jar of sliced pickles in her kitchen, but now I can do a jar of pickles as well. Celery sticks that I do plan to cut down. But I also plan on making some of this stuff. So this is just total inspiration for when I do decide to make some, or when I'm able to make my own. The eggplants. Now, there were several different sizes, and I chose a few different sizes because I want to make it look like the eggplants are still growing on the plant. So I picked different sizes, different shapes, different colors, so that I can have a few different eggplant plants growing in Miss Margot's garden. The peppers. There are a variety of colors of peppers, variety shapes. Like I said, some of these are handmade, some of these are purchased. When she saw certain pieces, she knew that she had made them. But I want to do little pepper plants in Miss Margot's gardens. And then I have made green beans before, but I had to grab a pinch of the green beans. If you've seen my green bean chair, that was inspired by Queen City Minis. You've seen the little green bean bowl that sits on the chair. But oh my goodness, I thought for sure I can make some platters of food using these green beans. They're super easy to make, but I still wanted some that she had made as well. So this is just a variety of vegetables. A special friend didn't have a dollhouse. She was more of a miniature maker for Barbies, and she likes to set up scenes and, create foods and stuff for Barbies. She did have a collection of miniature pieces that she had been collecting, but she never had a dollhouse, and this is why she was making this stuff for. It was just something that she loved to do, and she would sell a lot of this stuff. Here's a second bag of vegetables for Miss Margot's garden. There are some cheese rounds. Here's a little stack of pumpkins. Here's some corn. And what I love is, because she had been making these for years, you can see some of the progression in the pieces. And so I try to get a variety of pieces where you can see, okay, I can tell, she might have been starting off here and has gone to this level. So I try to get a little bit of variety. So there's some corn. We have different broccolis. She also has some molds, and that was for another time. But I did spend all day with her, and so we have different broccoli pieces, and they're just so detailed. Look at that. Holy moly. And then here's a different style of broccoli. Ooh, little tiny broccolis. Avocados. The avocados. Oh my goodness. Avocados are so legit. We do have some cucumbers. And on the cucumbers, you see the little warts on the cucumbers. Here's a little loaf of bread, but I will show you some more breads, a couple croissants, a little piece of toast that I thought would be great with some jam on, some melons, and some melon slices. They're just full of the color line. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Some cheeses. Here's another loaf of bread. And then I picked out a few cheeses. Here's some tiny pieces, a big chunk, some blue cheese, and some little tiny wedges. Some brie cheese. I love the avocados. A lot of these will be going in the garden, but A lot of these will be going onto platters or plates or dishes or, little setup pieces. I have 2 bags of lettuce, another bag of lettuce as well. This is just random pieces that I picked out, and we just put them in the bag. So we have another little piece of blue cheese. She said if it was on the paper, it was something that she did not make. Here's a little tiny platter that she made of cheese with a little knife. Oh my goodness. Here's a little bowl that I picked out and some pears put on the bowl. And then we have some lettuces. Now, if you've seen Gretchen make her salads, it's kind of the same way. A variety of different colors, mashed into thin slices, and then you just break the pieces up and make the salads. And that's what she did. So I grabbed just a pinch of that because that's easy enough to make as well. Here's some pieces of lettuce. Look at these. These are going to go in the garden. They're so detailed. Red lettuce. Love it. We'll put those down. And then here's the bag of lettuce that I chose for the garden, and cabbage. Now the cabbage was made, here's a purple cabbage. The cabbage was made with a mold, and there was a huge box of molds. I just didn't have time to go through the molds. So we decided that would be for another visit. Here's another piece of salad that can be broken up. These little lettuces will be going into the garden. And then some lettuce pieces for like garnish or maybe another salad. Oh, pears. I can't believe it. These little pears, and they have little stems, little bottoms to them. So stinking cute. This little cheese. I'm so in love with these pieces. I'm going to treasure these with all my heart. Here's a bag of lemons. This will be going into the mudroom. And this wasn't handmade by my tiny friend, but by one of her friends or somebody that she knew. This is a variety bag. So we got meats, we got vegetables, we got breads. Let's see. Lots and lots of stuff in this little bag. So we have radishes. We threw the radishes in this bag as well. Look at this. I love this. Oh my gosh. That's one of my favorite pieces. We have some steaks, and I think these ones look like cube steaks or Salisbury steaks. Here's a roast. You can see where the lines were, so I may put the string on this as well. Some breads, and I love the tin foil bag, the aluminum foil on this bread. And here's another loaf of bread. Here's another bread and another. We have different breads, a couple canes. We have a lemon cane and like a salami cane or a pepperoni cane, different colors that I can slice myself. Some packaged meat to go in Miss Margot's freezer. All she has right now is just an ice cube tray. Some steaks, some raw steaks, and you can see the development or the process, the progression. You can see the progression. That's what I'm trying to say. Here's another little steak. Oh my gosh, the string of sausage. So stinking cute. And then we've got some chopped bits. These are radishes. We got some lemons and some pepperonis, or not pepperoni, salami slices. And then some pieces that I thought looked like bacon. I'm not good at making canes. I've only tried a few times and did not succeed, but that's not going to stop me from continuing to try. When it comes to the foods and some of these items, it's just a pinch of what she has made or collected over the years. I'm pretty sure we have all seen little Gretchen make her chickens. And yes, I want to make my own, but I wanted also to have pieces from my special tiny friends as well. So this one will go in the freezer. And then we've got some cooked ones. Just amazing. Amazing little pieces. There is so much more, tiny friends. So we have this Timeless Minis metal tea set. Some of these things I'm definitely going to open up and take out. I don't even know. I looked at one of the containers last night, but I have one container that I have not even seen. So those were things that she put aside. I don't even know what's in there. This is a Kristen Bond set that I've always admired, and she said that I can have it. And it's got the 3 little containers, and I love that it's the green because it's very suitable for Miss Margot's day and age. Some of you, I'm sure, have seen this Kristen Bond set. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a little shelf that was a Barbie shelf, but it's very suitable for a 1/12 scale. She gave me a little witch cape, and she said that there are a few others in one of the other containers with this lovely brooch. So this may be very good for one of the dolls. Now here is a piece that we believe one of these mirrors went to. And when she pulled this out, we both thought of what this piece can be. And we thought the same thing of what this piece could possibly be turned into. So that's probably what it's going to be turned into, which is a guillotine, where they would be off with your head. So I'll see if I can transform this into that. And then here's another mirror. Here's a picture frame. Here's a tray, a lovely tray. A mailbox with mail. And there isn't a mailbox at the house. A lot of these pieces are very old pieces. I will definitely give this piece some TLC and dress it up, put it onto the Josephine farm for mail. Oh gosh, a little garden box. And here's another one. A little garden box with seeds. And then this amazing, adorable little garden box in the process of happening. So stinking cute. It's got the little pot with the plants and the little shovel, little tiny garden shovel. Now this is a bag of porcelain. This is a bag of porcelain cake plates or pie plates. And she said this was an item that came from China. She had a few of these bags. Here's a bag of different pieces that she said she wasn't really sure what they went to or they came from, but I could definitely use it. And I think they would make great little crates, these little pieces. So I'll probably be making little crates with these. And some other things, of course. She gave me a stack of bins because she said she didn't use them. And I used the one that I had for Miss Margot's feet to soak in, and I needed more because I wanted to put one out in the yard when I do the yard scenes. And as I was going through the kitchen, it used to hang on the wall next to the washboard, and I wanted to actually add one in the mud room with the washboard. I don't know what. There's so much you can do. Here are two beautiful terracotta pots. So a set of terracotta vase pots or planter pots. Very, very gorgeous. Here is another bag of porcelain tea sets from China. We're going to open these up. A stack of plates. There's another bag of the same plates. Again, these are pieces that she would get in bulk from China, and they're very good quality pieces. Like I said, you can't get this stuff. I don't know. I don't think you can get this stuff in bulk or the same quality as you could back in the day, especially not for the same price. But there's a lovely tea set here. I'm just taking out the different dishes, and here's another little dessert or tiny little, I think this would be like a dessert tray. These pieces are so beautiful, so lovely. And I'll show you another close-up of this set. And the beautiful design. The cups, this has a band around it, and that's what the cups have on it. The teacups have that same band, and then the plates have the floral. This is a bag that came in bulk. It has these pretty floral, a variety of color of these beautiful floral plates. There's another plate in here. I'm not sure what it goes to yet. Oh, this is Margot's shelf, or in maybe a china cabinet. Beautiful, beautiful plate. And then this is just a bag of variety of colors of floral plates. This is gorgeous. I love this. It's a beautiful floral teapot. Absolutely gorgeous. And then it comes with two tiny little cups that have the floral print. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Here is a set that I believe came from China as well. I thought that this was a lovely retro looking set. So you get the plates, square plates, more kind of like a modern square cups. I love the color. Thought this was more like a retro 50s, 60s set. 4 bowls, 4 cups, 4 saucer plates, and then 4 large serving plates. And it's just, I feel like I have entered this game so late. Those of you that have been doing this for years, since I was little, would probably remember the time where you were able to buy all of this stuff in bulk, very cheap from China. Here is a set well, this is 2 large platters, and I also have a bag of smaller platters. This print is so beautiful. So beautiful. Here's a couple little random pieces, a little tray or a little roasting pan, and this is a beautiful angel head shelf sitter, or it could be added to anything of creation. A baby angel or a cherub. I love this so much. I'm going to definitely add this to the outdoors wood for the fire. And a lovely box of seashells. Oh, I love that little basket of wood. All of these pieces are such great inspiration. You can easily make this. We all know that. Just such great inspiration. She also gifted me this lovely lady that looks like she could be sitting on a bench or in a chair. She is, I'm not sure what that is, ceramic maybe, and this lovely little bench, welcome bench, that would probably go, she can't sit on it, but this is probably going to go maybe in the pet cemetery. I don't know. We'll see when I get to it. But it kind of reminds me of like a cemetery bench. So we have a lovely woman that's going to be sitting in a chair on something someday. A little mold, which I love these copper molds. I cannot get my hands on them, but I do want more of those. I might have some more in my stash. It's been so long since I've gone through my stuff. A little teapot and some watering cans. A little lantern. A little wooden broom. So cute. And a platter. A pair of rubber boots that will be going in the mudroom. And this lovely tier tray. Here is a larger hatchet, but that could be used in a scene. So this, which I love the sound, it sounds like shells. They're plastic pieces. She had purchased this stuff in bulk from China. Different plates, different bowls, different trays, serving trays, different shapes, different sizes. So we've got like 2 sizes, 3, 4 sizes. Here's another size. So this would be a whole set. So if I wanted to paint these and, design these, customize these, I could try and put them in sets. Now, she had a whole large box of these. And she said, just take handfuls. Just keep taking handfuls. And I thought, oh my gosh, okay, are you sure? And she's like, look at all of this. So we've got different plates, got floral pieces, kidney-shaped pieces, and these ones also come in different sizes. There's a tiny, tiny one of these somewhere in there. But I thought these would be great for baking or setting up food or, candy dish, peanut dishes. I don't know. I thought these kidney-shaped ones would make great retro dishes that can hold peanuts or candy. So I said, some serving bowls, baking bowls. I thought I'll just stick with this and see, I think this is a great amount that I can work with. Some octagon shaped plates, some square plates, some cookie trays. So let me start with this. We have 3-compartment trays, different. And she had purchased these so long ago. I think this is like a glass. I can't really, it's hard to tell. But I thought, you know what, I'll start with this. This will keep me busy. It'll give me plenty to do. So that completes this hat box. Oh, I love these special foods. Okay, tiny friends, I think this is a really good place to stop. I have completed this hat box and have so much more to share with you all. Please don't forget to tune in to the next episode of this amazing Charlotte's Web haul. I hope you have enjoyed this video today, and if you have, please hit that like button and give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comments below. As always, I'd like to thank you all for watching and welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you all so much for your support. Until next time, tiny friends, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you all on the mini side. Bye-bye.